So day 2 of the Royal Ascot meeting will kick off with the centrepiece of the whole meeting. It's the Ascot Gold Cup over 2.5 miles, Group 1. On the top we've got Forceful Entry for Craig Allen, George Orwell for Paul Rhodes, Lotham Arbov for Im McMilkerton, David Robertson's got 2, Bluebell Chester and Drop 4, Ida Trap, Darren Thompson, Heavens Riches, Craig Beckwith, Jump to Mexico, Leon Van Rensburg, Lady Warsong, Padraig Hogan, Maine for Craig Beckwith and Total Delight for John Morgan. So a field of 11 then, and this 2.5 miler all installed, ready to go. Sun's out now and away we go. A little bit slow to go was Lotham Arbov, but there's a long way to go yet, so no need to be too concerned about that as they sort themselves out. It looks like the Paul Rhodes horse George Orwell is going to come through to take the lead. I'm going to try and get across to this near side fence as well. I think the pace not all that hot, and George Orwell is in front, leading by 2 lengths to Ida Trap in second, and then Jump to Mexico. Forceful Entry is making a bit of a forward move around the outside. They're pretty tightly packed with the exception of this leader George Orwell, who's been allowed to slip the field by about 5 lengths or so. George Orwell then bowling along in the lead for Paul Rhodes. Forceful Entry in second in the green and the yellow for Craig Allen. And in third place is Heavens Riches, Jump to Mexico. The grey trying to get into shot is Drop 4. On the inside of that one is Lady Warsong. And they're coming up past the stand then. They've got a complete circuit of the track to go once they get past the stand and past the winning post. And George Orwell is a good 6 lengths clear from Forceful Entry in second, and the Craig Beckwith pair Heavens Riches and Maine wide on the track. You can see the main body of the group is covered by just 2 to 3 lengths. But George Orwell is 5 lengths clear, and Forceful Entry was 3 lengths clear of the rest of them. So they head out there now onto their final circuit with George Orwell clearing the lead by 5 lengths to Forceful Entry in second, gap of 3 or 4 then to Lady Warsong on the inside third in the yellow. The grey on the outside of that one is Bluebell Chester. David Robertson's got 2 greys, the other one tracing that one is Drop 4. Down on this near side, John Morgan's Total Delight's getting a nice run through on the inside. Craig Beckwith's pair are both being pushed a little bit wider and are at the back at this point, but George Orwell is bowling along in the lead from Forceful Entry second, and then Bluebell Chester just hitting the main group. Lotham Arbov is running a nice race on the outside for Im McMilkerton, who's mixing it with the big boys today, and Lady Warsong is after that one. Bit of a gap then to Total Delight and Ida Trap. We Jump to Mexico and Drop 4, and then the back 2 of the Craig Beckwith pair Heavens Riches and Maine. George Orwell in front, as it has been throughout the race, leading by 4 lengths to Forceful Entry, who's 2 lengths up on Lady Warsong in the yellow, third for Padraig Hogan, then Lotham Arbov or Im McMilkerton in fourth. After that one comes Jump to Mexico and Ida Trap, with Bluebell Chester on the inside, and Total Delight's now been moved off the fence. Looks like he's going to try and come around the outside. Jockey can't quite make his mind up where to go with that one. After that one is Heavens Riches. Drop 4 has also dropped back a little bit, and Maine being pushed along at the backfield. It's getting quite strung out now, and George Orwell continues to lead. Lady Warsong has just moved up into second. Jump to Mexico is making a forward move. Ida Trap is trying to cover that run. Forceful Entry now being pushed along. Lotham Arbov just losing his place a little bit. Total Delight has got work to do. Coming around the outside, Heavens Riches is making a forward move. The 2 greys are struggling as well. Bluebell Chester now being driven up to try and rejoin the leading group there, and he's getting a little bit of something out of that one, but it's George Orwell 2 lengths clear then with less than 4 to go. George Orwell being chased hard by Jump to Mexico. Bluebell Chester is now really going well on the outside of Ida Trap. Also Total Delight's running on. Heavens Riches coming through as well. Then after that, Lady Warsong, Drop 4, Forceful Entry dropped right out of it, so too's Lotham Arbov, but it's George Orwell who's still in the lead with 2.5 to go. George Orwell by 3. Bluebell Chester is in second. Total Delight's now got a clear run on the outside in third and looks to be going well. Jump to Mexico and Ida Trap after that one, and then Lady Warsong still trying to run on. Drop 4's making ground, but it's George Orwell who's still in the lead. Total Delight though moves into second. Bluebell Bluebell Chester is starting to tire. Jump to Mexico's trying to get back into it, but it's George Orwell who's beginning to tire in the lead, and Total Delight's coming through to challenge us. Less than a quarter of a furlong to go. It's George Orwell hanging on, and George Orwell's going to take it. George Orwell wins the Gold Cup. Total Delight is second, Heavens Richards is third, and then Bluebell Chester and Ida Trap. And Paul Rhodes may be complaining that he's not having the best of seasons, but he's just taken the biggest race at Royal Ascot, arguably, as George Orwell takes the Ascot Gold Cup from the long distance specialist John Morgan. So George Orwell for Paul Rhodes is the winner. Total Delight John Morgan second, Heavens Richards Craig Beckwith third, Bluebell Chester David Robertson fourth, and Jump to Mexico for Leon van Rensburg was fifth.